Excuse me, is being gay good or bad? You don't want to answer the question. You gonna do this to
Don't
me?
catch me off guard like that. You didn't even ask me was I interested and I'm not.
A question for you. Is being gay good or bad?
Good. It's good.
It's good. Why is it good?
Because people can be their authentic selves and not have to be judged for it.
So what if you had a son and he told you he was gay? What would you say to him?
Good for you. I'll be happy for him.
So do you know what activities gay men participate in?
Absolutely.
And so you're okay with your son being rammed up his backside? Come on now, because we don't really like to visualize it. We kind of ignore it because we know it's wrong.
If he's being safe, I don't mind.
If he's being safe, how do you safely get rammed up your backside?
Okay. That's too many questions.
It's too many questions. Man, I'm just trying to get to the root of it because I feel like you wouldn't really be okay with it. Like, if you had a preference, would you rather your son be attracted to boys or girls?
I don't have a preference. I don't mind.
Why are you capping right now?
I'm not.
You're not?
No.
So, but don't you know that most people that are gay, it comes from a place of trauma. And they're not naturally like that.
I don't agree with that perspective at all.
So you think people are naturally born
You
gay?
choose to be gay, or is that naturally who you are and that's what you go with
Yeah,
without
but-
being judged or what?
You can choose that because something happened to you, but it's not natural. Like, if you grow up in a mentally stable house, like you never got touched by nobody, and you're just mentally, stable, you're not going to like the same gender.
I already said what I had to say. I said what I said, and I'm going to stand on it.
I appreciate you. You have a great day. Is being gay good or bad?
It really don't matter.
Don't matter?
No.
What do you think?
As long as you're
I think, yeah, as long as you're happy.
What about you?
It don't matter.
It don't matter? What'd you say?
as long as you're happy,
So what if you guys had a son and he said he was gay? How would you respond to him?
I would say good for you. At least you told me.
What about you?
I really wouldn't care. Just don't do no stupid shit.
Like what?
Like my kids can
bring
tell
a
me
nigga in the house
anything.
and fuck him.
No, like you like just don't do anything stupid without my permission. Like if you about to go fuck a nigga in my house, then just say that. Don't be sneaky with it, cause then it's like then you bound to get some shit. Then when you get some shit, I'm like.
I don't want to walk in the room and see you fucking the nigga. I want you at least tell me that you bringing them in there to fuck them so I can know.
So I can mind my business and go on about my day.
Okay, so you guys are highly aware of what gay men do and their activities.
And that like most gay men don't like say what they got. So like if my son was to fuck another nigga and he ended up catching something, but you didn't want to tell me, I'ma laugh at you because why didn't you tell me? Now you got something, you don't know what to do.
But don't you feel like if, once he first told you he was gay, you could have prevented that by just having that conversation with him like, hey, what's going on?
If he bold enough to say that he gay, he bold enough to know what the fuck other niggas got.
No, but you don't really know that though. And so you,
Then,
so what?
I said you can't control how you feel.
What do you mean by that?
Like if you like somebody and you like somebody.
But most times being gay comes from a place of trauma, not because you just naturally like that person.
I know. But it's like,
Yeah, so why are we making things okay that is not okay? Like, somebody being gay is because something happened to them in their past. So now they're acting out on that.
Cause
Yes.
I like girls. Just because something happened to me in my past don't got nothing to do with me liking girls also.
So something happened to you in your past.
With niggas.
With niggas.
Yeah.
Exactly. So that can cause that.
No, it don't.
This is what I'm trying to prove. It does.
If I saw a big butt and I said that's cute.
Yeah, but I mean, at the end of the day, too, you still like niggas. Like, you be attracted to niggas that look cute.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, but I mean, like, most gay men, they're not attracted to women at all.
That's why they gay.
Exactly. So it's because something.
Called gay and bisexual.
Exactly.
like-
So that's what I'm talking about. Gay, not bisexual.
But it's like, same thing with straight people. If you was to be like, if my daughter was to be like, I like a dude, okay then.
That's different because she's naturally designed. Once you hit that certain age, y'all hormones be raging for men because that's
Mine was
natural.
For women.
No, it's not. Mine
was for a woman, not a nigga.
The first urge you got was for a woman, not a man.
Yes.
Why are you capping right now?
You ain't gonna tell me what I'm capping about.
Did you first have a girlfriend or a boyfriend?
I first had a girlfriend.
For real?
Yes.
But you also did say something happened to you in the past.
Okay.
So I'm just saying, somebody who's just, mentally there, like nothing happened to them, they're going to be attracted to that opposite gender, not to the same gender.
Well.
So you're kind of proving my point.
Okay. If you're gay, then live life, be great. That ain't got nothing to do with me.
So that's why I feel like, your parents should have talked to you about it or something like that. Do you feel like being gay is good or bad?
I think it's good.
Why do you think it's good?
Well, one, because it shows the difference that God made us. He makes everybody differently. So being gay, no one chooses to be gay. Like, everybody thinks that, but who would want to be persecuted? Who would want to have to live the life where your family ostracizes you? You may have suicidal thoughts. There are a lot of gay teens right now that are homeless. Like, who would choose that life? So to me, it's a good thing because it does show the individuality of how God made everybody.
Like gay men, don't most of them get their ideology from trauma? So something happened to them.
I was never traumatized.
You were never traumatized.
Never traumatized.
So how did you grow up? Did you grow up in a two
I actually
parent?
grew up in a Southern Baptist church. I actually was a minister. But I think the problem is the misconceptions that everybody has. I think what we need to do is look into not just the stereotypical things that people may throw out there, but actually do things like what you're doing, which I think is very good. Asking real people their opinions.
Yeah.
I didn't grow up in trauma. My mom did ask me that when I finally came out to her, but no, I didn't grow up in trauma. I grew up in a very loving home, very religious. That trauma wasn't making me gay. In essence, that kept me in the closet more than it let me out. But even me coming out of the closet, it wasn't based off of molestation or anything like that. So I think that's the common misconception. I think when you look into the 1980s and 70s and even going backwards, I think that may have played a role. But I think the society accepting us, gay marriage being legal and things of that nature, I think that stereotypical thing is ending. I think when you talk to people like me, they're normal people. I have a federal job. I have a loving extended family. I have a loving family. We're just normal people.
And so how old were you when you first came out to your parents?
I was 27, actually. I was
27.
a late gay, right. I was 27. But the reason I came out late is because I was in the Army. So I came in under Don't Ask, Don't Tell. So I stayed in the closet because of my profession, but my sister knew, my brother knew, but my parents didn't know. So I was out to some, but not all.
And so you don't like women at all? You only like men?
I do, only like men.
So, but how old were you when you figured that out?
I was 5.
You were 5?
Yes.
And how did that happen?
Crush was my best friend,
Right.
in elementary school, and then just throughout was always there. Now, did I have girlfriends growing up? Yes, but that's because again I came from a Southern Baptist tradition. But I've always known, and my mom would say, "Well, yeah, there were signs, they were there, but we have to deal with our own lives and how we grew up. We don't choose to grow up the way we did, but yeah, I've always known."
But would you agree that most people that are gay, it comes from a trauma, because a lot of I just spoke to somebody before and she told me the reason why
there are a lot of people that does come from trauma, yes, but there are ones that were traumatized but are straight.
Right.
So how do we say that?
You said they're traumatized but straight.
Yeah, they were they were molested, but they never turned out gay.
Yeah, but I mean, it's in their natural wiring too, like other women. So it's not. It didn't throw off any natural patterns or anything like that.
No.
So I mean,
I had girlfriends growing up.
right. But were you attracted to them, or you just?
I was at the time.
And so so back then you actually like both.
Yes,
You like both.
I did.
Okay. And
But
so
then but that other side was always there. The issue wasn't that was I attracted to women? Was it acceptable for me to be attracted to men? That's the difference. So because the issue, I think you're doing it the opposite way. If you look at it the opposite way, if we were free from way back when, would we have a gay society even then before trauma? I think the trauma comes when we keep them in the closet versus when we let them out. Right. So as we let them out, we see how many more come out, right?
as a whole, being gay, is there more cons or pros? Because I feel like there's a lot of risks and diseases that can also come from that too.
What if I told you there are more women that have diseases from straight men than gay men with gay men?
You would have to pull up some stats on that to check.
I would ask everybody to look at that.
But I mean that
See, that's to me. You look at the statistics. If you look at all the statistics are on our side.
But that makes sense because out of the population, gay people are such a small minority. So of course there's going to be more diseases from heterosexual. So
to a certain degree.
Yeah, so that it doesn't make sense.
Is it the numbers, or is it that people aren't being honest?
You think so?
I know so.
How do you know that though? You can't know that.
So because we still have a lot of men in the closet, right? So I would ask everybody to go look at the Human Rights Campaign, right? There are a lot of statistics that are out there that prove our point. I think the problem that we're having is that people aren't paying attention to they believe what the boob tube tells them, versus going to do the research themselves.
Right. Yeah. I mean, but from what I've seen and like what I've seen on the internet, there's certain studies as well. Most times when people are gay, it's because something did happen to them. But I mean,
That's not my friends.
the question is: being gay good or bad?
Bad. I gotta say the Bible says, a man and a woman, so I gotta go with God on that one,
Okay. What about you?
Nah, I don't like that.
You don't like it?
Nah, I don't really.
Excuse me. Is being gay good or bad? You don't want to answer the question. You gonna do this
Don't
to me?
catch me off guard like that. You didn't even ask me was I interested, and I'm not.
You're not interested?
No, don't do that.
You have a great day, ma'am. I appreciate it. So let's say in the future, you guys were together, right? You guys had a son, and your son said, "Mommy and Daddy, I'm gay." What would you say to your son?
I mean, that's cool.
You would say that's cool.
Yeah, I mean, like, not that like that's cool, but like,
Right.
it is what it is, I'm not about to force change nothing.
I would accept him as he is.
Are you guys aware of what gay men do? Like the activities that they participate in?
Business.
But do you know what they do though?
Yeah, I know what they do. That's their business.
Okay, do you know?
Yes.
So you guys are okay. You guys are okay with your son getting rammed up his booty hole?
Yeah.
What about you?
Okay, you can't be saying it.
Come on now. But I feel like
Saying it like that.
we try to block that part out. Like we just think about all the rainbows and all the Skittles and stuff like that.
I would have other kids though, so like,
You would what?
I'm gonna have other kids.
What does that mean?
Oh, so if he's gay, it's like throw him in the trash, but the other ones are good.
Nah, I ain't say that. You putting words in my mouth now. But I'm just saying, like, I'm gonna have grandkids. So.
Yeah. But I feel like being gay comes from a place of trauma. So I feel like if you're dang. That's crazy. But I feel like it comes from a place of trauma. So your son coming and telling you that he's gay, I feel like you should want to speak to him about it and be like, hey, why is that? Because naturally, when you hit puberty, bro, you're probably attracted to females, right?
Yeah, of course.
Right. So that's most men. So I feel like for you to not like females and only like men, I feel like something might have happened to you when you were smaller to make that happen. So do you think, so if your son told you he was gay, would you still just say okay, or would you talk to him about it, or like, what do you think?
I mean, yeah, of course I'm gonna talk to him about it.
Right.
Yeah.
And try to-
talk to him about it.
Right.
I'm not gonna like convince him to not be. I know what they do, but.
What about you?
I agree. I would say the same thing. Just talk to them about it. And if that's how they really are, then that's it.
You guys like wouldn't try to throw him in the trash or anything like that? Okay. All right. I'm playing it, but that's a joke. But I appreciate y'all, man. Y'all have a great rest of your day.
Have a good day.
Thank you. Bye-bye. That was basically the video. I feel like a lot of people are just afraid to say what they really feel and how they're really feeling about being gay, not being gay. Ultimately, from what I've seen so far, it mostly does come from a place of trauma. And on the internet, people won't tell you that because a lot of people are scared to open up about a sensitive topic like that, because it's very embarrassing to tell somebody that something happened to you when you were smaller. So I mean, there's those people that believe that you can be born that way. I'm just not one of those people that believe that you can be born that way. And I feel like your upbringing and things like that is something that can play a big factor into you being straight or not straight. But ultimately, bruh, a lot of you need to stop being afraid to say things on the internet and afraid to be canceled. If you guys are, especially if you guys are men, you're supposed to be able to say what you really feel. It's a country of free speech. So don't be afraid to say how you really feel about certain subjects. If something's wrong, voice your opinion. It's just your opinion. If people start attacking you for it, who cares? It's the internet. At the end of the day, you can close your phone, turn off your phone, and you're still you at the end of the day. Okay? And if somebody tries to threaten you in real life, you can go to the police about it. But most times, I've been doing this for a long time. Nobody's ever threatened me in real life. You guys say things on the internet, but nobody's about it in real life. So if you're a man, just say how you're really feeling about things and stop being so afraid and stop being so feminine. All right, I'll catch you guys in the next video.